A local man is getting ready for another long swim, all to help find a cure for ALS, perhaps better known as Lou Gehrig's disease. His nonprofit called A Long Swim will hold an open water swim in Winnetka next month. Joining me now to tell us more about it is Douglas McConnell. He is the co-founder of A Long Swim. Thank you for being here.
Such a pleasure to be here.
You have done a lot of open water swims, including swimming the English Channel.
That's right.
Why do the long swims, and how does that link to ALS?
Well, the ALS is a disease that's hit my family pretty hard, and we wanted to come up with something that was a creative way to support ALS research, but do it in a kind of a creative way and so forth. We came up with endurance swimming as the way, because swimming, of course, requires that you use all your muscles all the time, while the ALS patient gradually loses their ability to use theirs.
You mentioned that this has hit your family very hard. You co-founded this organization with your sister,
right,
who has since passed away from ALS, and
yep,
your father as well.
Right.
So those personal reasons, obviously, do they motivate you in this fight?
Well, there are. You know, when somebody you love is diagnosed with a disease for which there is no cure, there is an overwhelming feeling of powerlessness, and it's that powerlessness that made us want to do something. And after my dad was diagnosed, it really kind of got us going.
This year marks the 80th anniversary of when Lou Gehrig retired from baseball.
Right.
He died a couple of years later from ALS. You talk about his life and how that motivates you as well.
Well, it's so interesting. There's been a couple of intersections with that. By complete coincidence, the day that we finished swimming the English Channel was the day that the ALS researchers here in Chicago at Northwestern announced that they had found the common cause of this disease. And people said it was the biggest news in ALS since Lou Gehrig had died 70 years prior. And then a couple of years after that, it was the 75th anniversary of Gehrig's luckiest man speech in Yankee Stadium. We swam a loop around Manhattan Island in New York and swam right in front of Yankee Stadium where that speech was given. So it's hard not to sort of see those linkages.
Tell us about the event that's coming up in Winnetka.
Well, we host swims for other swimmers to try to get more people into open water and so on. 2 weeks from today, August 4th, we'll be hosting a swim in Lake Michigan in Winnetka and offering various different distances that most of the triathletes will recognize, okay, and as well as a 5K and so forth. So it's a lot of fun.
So it sounds like it's not just for your beginner swimmer. These are pretty good swimmers out there?
You know, by and large, but I think that a lot of the swimmers use these as training swims to gain confidence and so on in open water, and they've been very effective and pretty popular.
And you say you're going to keep swimming until you meet an ALS survivor.
Absolutely.
For more information, you can go to alongswim.org. The race in Winnetka, again, happening on August 4th. People can still register for that?
Oh, you bet.
All right. Douglas McConnell, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Such a pleasure.